Chapter 865, Hey Sexy Mama! Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. There we go, that's a perfect take, that's perfect. That's Hippocrit.
That's me. I'm Hippocrit.
I'm the best guy ever. We're here to talk about Naruto, my favorite manga. It's pretty good.
No. You
What?
made a
No?
mistake. We're talking about Bleach, chapter 865. Hey, motherfucker.
Hey, mother, I'm in fear for my chapter being very long. I don't know. Okay, whatever. That was bad. Okay, first of all, can we just say that they're, like we said last time, they're doing a new cover arc story thing
Yes.
with the boys, and it's cool.
So,
I already like this one a lot.
Yeah, so Cavendish is being a little boy. We'll see what happens. There's nothing really to say there, but it's cool that's
Look
going
how
on.
cute he is, though. he was a cute little handsome boy with his, like, look at his horse in the thing, walking with a rose in his mouth, and look at his horse next to him drinking tea. Like, his horse
With his legs
is like
crossed
his best
as well.
friend. His horse is a real. This page has made that horse a real character, and I like. That's just such an Oda thing to do, and I love it. It's the coolest.
I like the way the horse is sort of like nodding, like knowingly. Like,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
I remember those times as well.
Yeah, he's literally become a real character. This is just like, remember in the Buggy cover arc when the lion Richie became like a real character too? That was great. He became like the main character of his own. He became captain of the Buggy Pirates for a while. I remember that. That was a real thing. Those were good days.
Richie should be the pirate king.
I wonder what we didn't see him. I don't think, or did we? Remember when we saw Buggy in the after the time skip briefly? Did we see Richie? I know we saw Moji and Kabaji, but I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. I'll be keeping an eye out for him. He's a real boy. He's a real character.
Yes. So we start off still going on with Cloud Boy. What is his name? Caesar Clown and
Caesar.
and Brunswick the Mamoswine. I forgot her name as well.
Brandeis College? No, Brule.
Brule. There we go. He's coming out. He's got the mirror. He's about to fly over, which is the plan. He's going to fly over with that mirror and scoop everybody up after Big Mom screams.
And just to be clear, just to be kind to Oda, like now that this chapter has come, now things start to make sense. So he was just in the mirror world. They've got a mirror outside. He's going to fly up and over and enter. So okay, I now understand what's going to happen.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a couple of like retroactive like looking at new chapters to see what the hell certain chapters certain panels they just. I don't know. It's
a limitation of the medium sometimes. Like, you can only fit so much into the 18 pages that you can, like, actually draw as a manga boy. So, I get it. Sometimes things get confusing. I just want to say, Oda, don't worry about it. It's all okay. It's all okay.
All right, so Luffy is still trying to get that painting in front of Big Mom.
That's not a painting. That's a picture.
It's a
Don't be racist
It's a
against
painting with
pictures.
light. That's what photography is. That's what my photography teacher said.
Allegedly.
So this is a confirmation. Yes, Big Mom is confused as to what to be most mad about, which is why she hasn't actually been mad yet. Which is it's goofy and it doesn't. I don't know.
It's a little awkward, but it is funny. So it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
If you notice, the hat is sort of like, Big Mom, what the fuck's going on with you?
It's just that one panel on page 5 of it, looking down at Big Mom. It's like, get your shit together, Big Mom. Come on.
Wrong with it?
Except he'd be like, oh, get your shit together, because he's Napoleon. He's France.
Oh.
Right?
Is
he is
he?
named Napoleon, right? Yeah, he totally
was
is.
he?
Yeah, he totally was. I'm going to Google it, though, because I'm 99% sure. He's my favorite character, dude. How could you forget this? Napoleon is the hat worn by Big Mom. Yes.
Looking it up.
Pink.
Okay. All right.
He's the best.
Good.
Please join the Straw Hats.
So, Dogtooth is coming out.
No, I'm just saying.
Wait.
I'm just saying. If there was ever a Straw Hat crew, to not have the only hat character join the crew would be such a wasted opportunity. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You should give the hat fruit to become
oh my
more
God.
hat.
What if he just gets a hat? That's what the hat fruit gives you, and the hat.
What if that hat is more than just a little memento of previous generations, and it actually is alive?
Mm-hmm.
And he is Oda. That's Oda. He's got the Oda fruit in him, and he is the one controlling the plot and making sure Luffy's fine.
he's got things under control. He's a power player.
Anyway,
Okay.
we're fucking around here.
We are fucking around.
So Dogtooth is coming out. Beige is like, I'm standing up against you for some reason, and he's like,
well,
why?
yeah, he's revealing his hand now. He's like, yes,
he's revealing his hand.
Revolt.
I said for some reason, like from the perspective of Dogtooth, like, what the hell's going on here? What are you doing? You're the security guards, and we got the judge and all the Vinsmokes still next to the table, still about to die. It's all coming together in a big sort of, nothing's happening yet, but we're talking still. We're talking. And
that guy's grandstanding and doing a big dramatic pause. You can tell this guy loves to flap his tongue. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, right? I'm a genius. Okay.
Is that an expression, to flap one's tongue?
Well, it's flap your gums, but I modified it because I'm a genius, because he is a tongue boy. You see?
Oh,
Yeah,
tongue
I totally
modification, I see. What are the words he said? He's just gloating, isn't he?
He's just rubbing their face in the shit.
Oh,
Bound
wait, yeah.
by my candy, chagrin smeared across your faces. You will all die. Coo. I can see the future. There is no other possibility. Oh yeah, he's saying like, I'm like Dogtooth. I'm a genius. I relate to this guy. I am also a genius. We're on the same wavelength.
One thing that's interesting is that Judge says, if at least we had our raid suits, we wouldn't have let you do what you wanted with us. What are those? Right. Has he mentioned those before? Or is that like a secret Germa technology?
I'm not 100% sure, but remember when we first saw the Germa boys? We saw like Yonji, and he like was flying around with those like jet boots and was like doing fancy shit.
Oh, yeah, that could
techno
be it.
Things. I bet that's involved at least. That kind of shit. Oh, and Judge, when he fought Sanji, he had a bunch of techno shit. That's probably what they're talking about.
That sort of makes it even worse that he wouldn't even bring like a backup weapon to...
Yeah, this is really just hammering in that he did not prepare at all for any possible... He put his full fate in Big Mom's hands, this known evil pirate. He was just completely duped. But hey, I guess we can say that adds to his character as like prideful to the point of absolute madness where he would like overlook something that major. Yeah, I guess that's just his character.
Then Reiju notices Sanji is being a good boy. He's trying to tell him to get out of there. No, he doesn't notice that they're stuck or something. He's just saying, "Oh, get out! I'm your brother. I love you." And she's like, "Ah, you're a good boy, Sanji. Thank fuck for that our terrible bloodline is saved through your existence." That was a really nice moment. She's ready to die. I
want to emphasize, I really, really liked this scene. This is the greatest moment in Reiju's entire arc. She is basically just restating everything we've already known, but you need that kind of climactic summary moment of what like a character represents. And Reiju here is this like sort of a black sheep of the family, where she was given all these special powers, but she's the only one who had the powers and, retained her humanity. And she's just reflecting on how, that didn't make her a better person. It certainly doesn't make her brothers a better person. It's the kindness that Sanji has in his heart and the good boy that he truly is that makes him a worthwhile continuation of the bloodline of the Vinsmoke family. And I just think that's a really beautiful idea. So this is a 10 out of 10 moment. This makes me like Reiju as a character sincerely. Really, really good stuff. Really good.
It's very sweet, and
I really like her smiling face juxtaposed against Sanji's desperation. Yeah,
the smiling face with a gun on her head. It's like I'm
with the gun
prepared
there
to die.
Ooh,
I'm ready to die. This is good.
This is a very. Are you sure she's not a D? Is her name Reiju because she's smiling when she's about to die? Could we have another D confirmed? I'm gonna say yes.
Is that a consistent throughout?
That is one constant theme, that whenever a character is about to die who's a D, they always smile and laugh. And notably, the only one who does not fit that paradigm is Blackbeard, who was a coward and was freaking out when he thought he was about to die, which is why Reiju, no, not Reiju, Raleigh was calling him a fake D, or no, Whitebeard. Whitebeard was calling him a fake D, because he did not show that trait.
Maybe Trafalgar Law's a fake D, because he's never going to smile.
Trafalgar Law has a fake D because he's a pussy. Oh, got him. Yes. Okay.
Maybe he could use his power to make his D just go away because he doesn't like it. He doesn't want it.
Definitely could. He could have the literal detachable penis, dick in a box scenario going on. He could make that.
Whoa, he could also be Rayman.
Dude, imagine He could be. Oh my God, he could be Rayman. That's gross. Imagine him, talking to some nice young lady who he likes, gives her a present, opens it up. It's his dick in that box. That's totally doable in the context of One Piece. This is what the Dojin writers for One Piece are missing. All they do is draw like, lol, Nami and Robin get paid by Marines to have sex with them. Wow, I've seen that 1,000 times, you guys. Come on, where's the creativity? Where's the dick in the box scenario? And don't even get me started on all the millions of things you could do with Nico Robin's power. You could have a room filled with tits. You could fill a room with tits. All they do is give her a dick every time. Okay, that's enough of that. Get more creative with your Dojins, people, please.
I do very much agree, but we're
You must agree, though. Right.
Yes.
Right. Imagine like a buggy Dojin. What could you do with a buggy Dojin? It could be anything. Okay, all right.
He could also put his dick in a box, and they could have a dick box competition.
Yeah, they sure could. You could put one in each, and guess whose dick is in which box? Oh, such fun. They could have such fun. And not to mention, Buggy could actually be Rayman, because he can actually make his dick fly around. Okay, all right.
Yes. So on the next panel, Beiji, I will never be able to say his name.
Beiji. Call him Beiji.
Bitchy the clown shoots his big old bazooka gun. No, not a bazooka. Tommy gun.
Cannons or something.
Yeah, something.
Was he holding a Tommy gun?
I
actually
it
couldn't
seems
tell where the bullets came
thematically
from.
relevant, but he's a guy with cannons inside his body, so that's probably it.
And by the way, could I say that he's shooting at Dogtooth. I really like the way that Oda is drawing the texture of the mochi that Dogtooth is made of. Like, you can tell it's kind of this sticky, viscous substance. I really like it. I think it's really cool. Not to mention the fact that, like, he is a Logia made of this, like, goop. He's not made of liquid, or he's not made of, like, a solid. Like, he's that weird, goopy, thick kind of mochi stuff. I just really like that. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting power. And
because he's such a badass with such a goofy fruit.
Yeah,
that's classic One Piece, man, right there. I love that shit. Love it.
Like, he's just turning his leg into like a big squidgy, like
what? Like, what's gonna happen to you when you get hit by this big squishy thing? Is anything bad going to actually happen?
I think
you'll be okay.
Gonna like pin him to the ground.
He'll probably use like hockey or something, and pin him and suffocate him. There's all kinds of stuff you could do. It's just it's silly, but I like it. It's a good kind of silly.
Yeah, so we're ramping up. Luffy's got the picture, the Pedro and Jinbei and everyone is trying to stop Dogtooth from getting him. But he manages to squish him, but Luffy's got long arms, and he goes stretching those long arms right up into Big Mom's face, and she sees it. She grabs a picture, and here it is. Here it is, the big squeak.
I bet that's just what it sounded like. Wait, do that one more time. Someone make an edit of that. Put that over Big Mom's face. Make that a video. That's that's good stuff.
I imagined it like whenever you hear like a bomb, like you don't actually hear the explosion. It just goes to white noise immediately. It's just like a flash of white, and you're just like, and it's like you can't.
Right.
It's so loud you can't hear it.
You know what someone should do? Someone should take that, that 3, 2, 1, what the beep? They should do that, but edit it and put your please, somebody do that. That's genius.
Yes.
Yeah, this is really good. I like the way that this is animated too.
Big fucking yelp.
It is a big yelp. Isn't it cool the way like those weird black lines are there? Like, what do those even mean? I don't know, but it's intimidating and it's really cool.
I think it's sort of implying that she's cracking the air particles.
Yeah.
Kind of like
like
Whitebeard. It's like so.
I wanted to point out though, because I bet some people would fuck this up or be like, I could see the One Piece theorists out there being like, oh my god, this is the first time that Big Mom showed signs of Haoshoku Haki. No, that's not what this is. Look at the design. This is clearly a different sort of effect happening here, and
it's called Big Lung Attack.
Cool.
You need big lungs.
Like, the one thing that I don't like, I know I've talked about this before, but like the thing I don't like about Haki is that it gives like every character in One Piece the potential to access like the same move pool, and that's pretty boring. Whereas what I really like about One Piece is the incredible diversity of like powers and abilities that something like Devil Fruits gives you. And this is a new. So I just want to say this is a different thing. This is not Haki. This is a special super yell power.
I mean, what I like about the strongest types of Haki is that there's like, all Haki, but there's like different types. You apply it to different techniques. Like the armament is just making something strong. So it's not like a technique. It's like an addition. It's an attribute to a technique.
That's true, but like everyone can just do that same thing, you know, like
Yeah.
everyone can put hockey on their sword to cut Logias, and you know that's fine. But I mean, compare that to like when Luffy fought Eneru, and it's like, oh my god, he is the chosen god killer. I'm just like, that's way cooler. Or when he had to fight against Magellan with Mr. 3, and they had to put wax on his fists.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just saying I like that better. That's all I'm saying. But it's
Devil
a dumb
fruits
deal.
are generally better, but yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So she's yelling, everybody's falling over, dying, and clutching their ears.
Yep.
And
don't forget, our boys, everyone on our team already has earbuds in, so they're resistant to this shit.
Yeah, apart from
I really
Luffy,
like on the
apparently.
next. Well, he got hit by like, I think that's just the shockwave hitting him, but like because of the actual force of the air, or you know, because like sound creates vibrations in air.
Oh yeah.
And so maybe it's like the shockwave of that or shit. But I really like on the next page. I don't know why. Every time I see Big News Morgan, it just makes me happy inside. He's like, oh, nah, the noises. This is big news. There's a big fucking yell happening. Ah.
This
He's my
is
favorite
big
character.
yell.
He is the best character in One Piece. I love him so much.
Yes.
Do you think he is a humble seagull, just like the seagulls who deliver the news? Except he trained really hard. Like he worked. He read a
trained so
newspaper
hard
once
that
and he
got
loved
big.
it. Well, yeah, like Papagoo, you know, the starfish or Papag. He was just a starfish, but he thought he was a human, and then just like, I don't know, spend his days that way, and he somehow learned to speak, and then also became one of the greatest fashion moguls in the entire world. The most famous fashion mogul in the entire world.
That's kind of like Meowth, except without the, you know, the fashion stuff.
Very similar. Very, very similar. Rocket.
So
Rocket.
the main thing that changes with Big Mom screaming, obviously we see her bleeding, so their idea that she would be weakened was true, and Beiji gets his bazooka out and his buddies, and they about to shoot. And then
remember, it's
Sanji,
the idea is they're going to poison her, right? That's what's actually going to do it.
It's going to pierce her flesh and poison her, and that's going to be enough to kill her. So it looks like, this is going to happen unless somebody intercepts those rockets, which could happen. It could be a person could do that. Be like sacrifice themselves, and it'll be like, oh no, we killed this person instead, and we got to run away. I'm trying to think of who could that be that would be interesting, but I'm
there's
not sure.
a lot of characters here who could theoretically do something. So I'm not even going to speculate, because there's like, we are left on a big cliffhanger this chapter as to like, okay, they're about to do it. Here we go. And like, who knows what's going to happen. So any number of characters could show up. Fucking Kaido could drop out of the sky and just be like, no, I'm cool. Fuck you guys. I don't know. Like, who knows? Who
It'll be Magellan. It'll be like, oh, delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also, what happens is that Sanji manages to rush over. Everybody with the guns was interrupted shooting before they could shoot the Vinsmokes. Sanji comes on with his feet on fire. Excuse me. His feet on fire, and he smashes all their goop candy. And he's freed them. He's like, I'm so cool on this table. You're subservient to me, the best boy of the family.
This is the coolest fucking panel in the world. So many things are happening in this panel. Like, especially because right before this, you see Judge like still crying. Like, his son, who he has thrown away in this moment, has just saved his life and the life of his sons and his whole hope for the future. Yeah, this is a big one. Looking forward to see how this plays out. God, Sanji's such a fucking badass in this panel. God, I know, like, I feel bad because it's like a very basic bitch thing to like a manga that's cool, but I can't help it, okay? I just like it.
There's nothing wrong about being a basic bitch.
I am a bad person for liking things that are good.
It's good, it's cool, it's great. Everything's the best.
Why couldn't fucking Pudding have been a triple-double super betrayer that I never saw coming? God damn it, I hate liking things. Okay, that's how I feel.
I had a thought about, like, seeing things coming. In terms of like media and whether it makes it good or bad, whether you can see things coming. If you like, you think, wouldn't it be cool if there was a twist, and there isn't a twist.
Yeah.
You can see it coming that wouldn't be a twist. Like, we could both see it coming that it was unlikely that would happen.
Right.
But I don't think being able to tell what's going to happen is necessarily makes for a bad story.
Necessarily? Absolutely not. You're absolutely right about that. Does not necessarily mean that at all.
Yeah, so, if you think something could, potentially happen, You really need to make sure that you're not hoping that it's going to happen, unless it's really likely. Because then you're just going to get mad at something for no reason that you would otherwise be happy with.
You sound like you're describing my life. Okay, all right.
Anyway, Sanji does that. There's this little thing where somebody takes what's it, Niji's or Ichiji's.
That's Ichiji, you buffoon.
I'm trying to. I couldn't remember my Japan numbers. Ichiji's cup. I don't know who took it. I don't know why they took it.
I spent most of my time reading this chapter trying to figure out what was going on in that panel. Where like because the manga you can't tell, is he handing him that? Is he taking it from him? Why is he giving him a can of Mountain Dew? I don't understand. What's
they could be handing them out. They could be having like this is what we do. We give these things to these guys, and that'll give them a big power.
But who is giving them that, and to what end? I think it's supposed to be a mystery. I think that's what's happening. Maybe.
I think it's like generally because like you see Chopper in the previous page giving Reiju some earplugs, so it's like now you're capable of not dying to the sound.
Yeah, maybe it's Reiju. I guess.
So maybe. Yeah,
that's the thing I was thinking. Like, if they were going to give them anything, giving them earplugs is the obvious thing to do. But they don't give them earplugs. They give them a can of something. What's in that can? I don't know. I have no idea.
The number one juice.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm perplexed. I think that's something that we'll find out like next chapter or something.
Yeah. Well, not next chapter because Bajui is about to get a shoot in the thing, and then we get a little bit of the beginnings of a flashback with Big Mom and her what she calls her mother.
Mother Caramel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's called Mother Caramel.
It could be a mother, or it could be
her mother, or maybe not. Yeah. I'm not sure. I assume it is her mother because it just makes sense.
I assume that it's not.
Yeah.
So we will see who's right.
But this is leading into a backstory for Big Mom, which includes Elbaf, which is specifically a good thing, because usually, like, I don't generally like it when, in the middle of a heightened tension moment, we suddenly get background as to why this person is important, or, why they are the way they are.
Dude,
it seems cheap sometimes.
Every single time in One Piece. That happens every arc.
All right.
That's not already... Most of them. It doesn't happen in like Skypiea, but in most of them it does.
I guess it does, but what I mean is in other mangas it sometimes feels really phoned it, like Naruto especially. I remember it being like, okay, I don't care about this guy, and now here's why you should care. I already care about Big Mom, so it's not really a problem. But the thing about it is that it's also going to be an introduction to Elbaf, which is a place we are going to go to and has been hyped up. So it's not just Big Mom, it's also an Elbaf flashback introduction, which is great.
I think, I would say that you are underselling this, because I am, like, so fucking excited to see what the fuck is going on at Elbaf. It's been the number one place I've wanted to see most since I read fucking Little Garden, I don't know, 12 years ago or whatever. This is incredibly exciting. I cannot fucking wait to see what's going on there. It's possibly the most hyped I've been in I don't know, just in a very long time. This is really fucking exciting, and we're gonna learn Big Mom's relation to fucking Elbaf.
Yeah,
and we know that her giant thing must have started there.
We're gonna learn literally everything. I think it's got to be more than one chapter of backstory. I hope it is, because.
Hey, question: do you think Mother Caramel is a giant? Because we can't tell, because we only see silhouettes. We never see her compared to anything.
Shit, dude.
Do you think she's a big boy? Place your bets. What do you think? Is she sad because Mother Caramel was a giant and she abandoned her when she was a young lady, and now she hates all giants because she's racist?
Well, I'm not sure whether it's going to be that simple, but that
could be.
That one panel of Mother Caramel turning her back, it doesn't look like she's like the size of a giant. It seems like she's just a normal sized person, but there is nothing in that panel to show what size she is.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Because, also, the photo of her is very small on the table. I just think that it stands out to me that we've seen a bunch of things of this character that have all been very small in size, and there's actually been no way to actually judge that. So I just think it's fun to speculate maybe she's actually a giant, despite having a small picture. I don't know, but we'll see. By the way, Did you notice on that island? So I spent a while looking at this Elbaf picture, trying to tell what the fuck was going on. So first of all, this was 63 years ago, so that's cool. So Dory and Broggy are still fighting on Little Garden, so they're not going to be there. But if you look at that panel, there's you see like the islands and the mountains there, but on the right side there's that giant fucking thing. What the fuck is that?
I think that is a giant plateau, like a big, like giants. There's a staircase in the middle or something that giants climb to get to the top of the giant city.
Imagine how big the fucking giant island has to be, and like we have never seen more than 2 giants. Okay, that's not true. One time at at Marineford, there were like 6 giants in a row. But that's like the most giants we've ever seen together. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. Not to mention the fact that like Oda. So everybody knows that One Piece was inspired by this, by a lot of things. But one of them was this thing like Viking Vicky or something, this old-ass cartoon from back in the day. That was about Vikings, and it was really the Viking lifestyle that inspired Oda to be into, pirates in the first place and write One Piece about the subject matter. So we all know that he loves fucking Vikings. The giant culture is the Viking culture. That has been made quite clear up to this point. And I don't know, like I'm just, so many great things have been talked about Elbaf over the years. It's going to be like the climax of like Usopp's arc when we finally get there. And Usopp's the best character in One Piece. Just so many great things about Elbaf. We're learning some new information. Oh, I'm so excited! Yeah!
I'm so excited because when the Straw Hats get there, or whoever gets there, I mean, hopefully all the Straw Hats are there, but
right.
So there's going to be like a whole bit of like fighting in the jungle with dinosaurs and stuff, and then there's going to be the bit where they're all up in the giant's castle, and it's going to be like Jack and the Giant Beanstalk, even though that's already been referenced.
That has been done, but I'm okay with doing it again or something.
I'm just excited to see like a giant building that they're in, like they're in there's a giant chair and they jump up on it, and it's like
seeing the Straw Hats in the civilization of the giants is just an inherently fascinating thing. I'm really looking forward to. It's gonna be good.
Oh, and here's the thing. Big Mom, Elbaf, backstory thing. We're going to Elbaf. Will Big Mom be relevant when they get to Elbaf? I think she will be. I think she won't die, and I think this will be something to do with perhaps, probably not, but perhaps an alliance. I just like this idea that an alliance between Big Mom and the Straw Hats, by like Usopp mends the ties between her and the giants, like something ridiculous like that would be the coolest little extra thing that because Big Mom, I don't want her to just stop being relevant after this.
Right,
I don't want her to die.
That'd be anticlimactic. Yeah,
I want her and Elbaf arc to be connected in some way. I just like this idea that Usopp is not just going to be there in the giant place and be a cool guy that they all like. I think he's going to do something that's going to change the world, and he's going to be like even more of a god, and it's going to be amazing.
I hope so. Yeah, I sure hope that's true. I think that's inevitable that Big Mom plays a smaller role than this, than she does like right now for the rest of the series, just because Oda is very much that kind of shonen writer who tells you as little about a character as you need to know in order to like get interested in them, and then will just string you along as long as it takes until it's time to delve into their shit. And once it's been done, they really they can become like a regular cast member, but they really do not get a big focus after that. Like Crocodile, for example. Well, actually, we don't know his backstory very much, which would be interesting to explore. Okay, so maybe not him, but in this case, I think this is the most relevant that Big Mom will ever be. But I don't think that she will just go away from the story, because that would be weird, because she's one of the fucking Yonko, an incredibly important person in the world. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Yeah. I don't see an outright alliance happening, though. I think that's
not
a bit
an alliance,
too...
but something to do with Usopp and mending her ties to the point where she doesn't want to kill the Straw Hats, based on what's happening right now.
Maybe. I don't know.
She should be like, okay, you know what? That's, whatever.
That could
Let's just go our separate ways. Thank you for doing that, but fuck you, but cool.
I don't think this arc is going to end that way, but I bet that maybe the Elbaf arc will end that way.
Yeah, that's
maybe
what I mean.
There'll be a thing. Right. I thought that might be. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's end this so we can move on with our lives and get to it.
Yes.
All right,
I'm so excited.
Me too. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time. Next week. Oh, it's on break next week. What do you know, folks? I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.